Welcome back. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Today I got to do some porch talk, talking about these dogs. Because there's something that I get this comment over and over again. Someone went deep into detail this time, saying the same thing that I hear a lot of people say. You know, your dogs are good because of where you live. Because of where you live and you being able to have all that space, your dogs are the best of the best. There's just one thing that I think a lot of people don't really understand about dogs, and especially the dogs that I know that are really nice dogs. They stay with you. My dogs don't walk this property all day. My dogs don't have the opportunity to, and they don't even care to. They stay right here. If I'm on the porch, the gate's open, they stay right here, where I would say is my small little front yard right here. They don't go to the back. They don't go to the way front street. They don't go anywhere but where I am. And that comes down to what I'm going to say is it's not so much as training, it's getting the dogs to understand the best thing in life. The best thing in life is just to be with me, because we're going to be able to do the stuff that you want to be able to do. I hear this comment so many times, and it's confusing to me, because it comes down to, I want to say something right now. It just is what it is. It comes down to a jealous, envious type personality, situation, problem. We see something that we wish we could have. So all that we can do in the end is just discredit everything about it, because we are unable to obtain. And even if we know that we can obtain and can achieve, we just haven't seen it yet. We want to try and discredit everyone around us and say everything about you is wrong, is false, because they are incapable of being able to do what it is that someone else is able to do. This to me is something that I believe dog training is destroying a lot of people with right now. We're always wondering and looking. You know, the main things I get on my videos is like Caesar Montclair don't get the same stuff and he lives on the same type of land. A lot of these big, huge trainers all live on a lot of land. And I'm going to always resort back to people that really like animals. We live on a lot of land because we like animals, so that we can have more to be able to enjoy the animals that we like. But there's always something in everyone that I can say about any and every single trainer around here. And to me, you know, to each is their own. You do what you do. But there's always a lot of trainers that are just, they use a specific system, such as like, they use a slip leash in all their dogs and all their videos. And there's always that person that's like, I don't have that type of slip leash, so my dog's not going to be able to look like that. I don't have that type of prong collar, so my dog's not going to be able to act like that. I don't have the money to be able to afford those fancy e-collars that those guys have. I'll never be able to have a good dog. I don't have the land, and my dog's never going to be a good dog. I don't. As opposed to the main thing I want people to really understand is, what do you have? What is available to you? That's all that matters on this planet. That's the part that we are getting bombarded with, getting destroyed as a human species, because we're on these telephones always looking at what I don't have, what I don't got, what I can't get, what's not in my face right now, what's not around me, what I can't be able to just, if I just had the money, I could just, no, you don't. So pay attention to what you do have. What you do have is more than enough. It's way more than enough. It's way more than enough to be able to have everything that you're actually looking for. As long as you're looking at what I do have to be able to put those pieces together to make something happen. As opposed to looking out there. That's the problem. Everyone's always looking out there. Everyone's always looking for that next shiny, this next great thing. I will promise you that everything that looks the way it looks, I don't care where I am in this land, is going to be the same. Because of what I look at, what I have, what I'm working with, what's going on around me, what I'm able to utilize. That's I got to get into making farm videos to show like what my chicken coops are like, what everything is. Everything is repurposed from what I have. I rarely want to get anything from off this property, on this property, and you have to use it. I want to use what's already here. And when I do that, I get amazing results from that. And stuff that's way better quality, way more structurally sound, and just way more enjoyable to be able to have and be able to work with. When you're always looking at outside, that's the downfall of us as humans. Your stuff looks like this because you have this. No, my stuff looks the way that it looks because I take the time, the extreme amount of time, the extreme amount of effort, the extreme amount of patience, the extreme amount of just understanding to be able to get what it is that I have. It's got nothing to do with where somebody is and what somebody has and how somebody dresses and how much money they have and where they live even. It's got nothing to do with any of that. Because in reality, the people that I personally see have the nicest dogs, they have nothing. Nothing. They got nothing. They literally have a tent, and they're hoping that it doesn't blow away tonight, that they're going to be able to have a place to still be able to sleep. They have nothing, but yet they have the dog that everyone that is like, I'm struggling with my dog, you only could dream to have. They have nothing. They have no toys. They have no treats. They have no leashes. They have no collars. They have no nothing. That speaks just huge to me. And that's what I was studying to figure out how and why is my stuff looking a mess, because I'm looking out there. Over there, oh, that guy's got a beautiful house. I live in a trailer. Oh, if I lived in a better home, my dogs would be better. If I lived in a better home, I would be able to get a better spouse, have better kids, be better myself. If I lived in a smaller house, I would be better. I would be more. I would have this. It's just what is going on all across the board today. And it's I don't mean to like laugh at it, but I have no choice today because I used to be in that, worrying about what they have as opposed to what I got right now, what I have, what I'm dealing with, what I'm in. What I'm in. You don't know. You don't understand. You have zero clue of what it is that I'm in. And that's why for me, it's a phenomenal thing for me to continue to keep on working with animals and seeing how these things work, because it doesn't come down to what you have. It come down to what you do. What you do and what you don't do. If you don't do, I'm going to promise you, you're going to see stuff that looks like it's not being worked. If you do work with it, it's going to look that way. There's just no way on this planet that it doesn't. That's the way that this land works. It's how this life is. The more you get up and do the small little things required to get into a better place every single day, one day, at some point, at some time, you're going to see something to look at and say, like, wow, this is absolutely incredible. But if you just, woe is me, my life sucks. I don't have the opportunity like they do. I don't have this like they do. I don't have those like they do. I'm never going to be able to make it. That is just pitiful. Sad way to live. And I'm sorry if I'm just speaking, man. I'm just tired of dancing around some things sometimes. Some people just need to hear real talk. I'm tired of this, trying to talk to everyone like you're a kindergartner. I purposely hit not for kids on my videos because I don't speak to children. I speak to adults. And I would speak to a child that wants to learn how to be an adult. I'm not here to just make everything is so sweet and so amazing and so kind and so just everything is so perfect. No, things are a mess. My life is a mess. Your life is a mess. There's problems, there's chaos, there's issues, there's drama. There's just maddening things going on. There's stuff out of your control that you wish you could just make disappear, but you can't because it's not in your control. And that's going on with everyone, me, my own self. That's one thing that I think a lot of people get confused with, like this YouTube and movies and TVs, especially like older people my age. You know, you in your 30s, you in your 40s, you in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I know only one person in their hundreds right now. But we grew up seeing things much differently, I guess I could say, with looking at movies in a way. Whereas today I can see the younger kids don't quite look at it, but we look at what we see on TV as if like that's real. Like someone may look at me and say like, oh wow, this guy's got it all together. Live with me for a month and explain to me how I got everything together. How I'm scrambling, I got to make sure this is okay. I got this okay. Is this going to be all right? Is that going to be all right? I'm going to be able to make sure this. Am I going to make sure my feed's going to be okay this month? I'm half a struggling with that and making sure that I'm counting every penny to make sure that all my animals are going to be able to eat. Like life isn't just this blissful, oh yeah, everything's perfect. No, it's not. It's not. I have days that I got people that are just, they want to destroy me. And it's for me to just keep working through that, do small things every single day. And the big thing is realizing it's not in my control over there. And over there is not in my control, so why do I want what's over there? I want what's here already. And when I'm getting in this I don't knows, I just sit down. I literally sit, this is my seat right here. I sit right here and I just hang out with the dogs. I just relax with the dogs. And I just look at them and I'm just like, wow, this is incredible. This is amazing, because this is one thing that I do truly know what is valuable with the dog. They can calm you and relax you when you're working with the dog to be able to understand what it is that we want, how to be calm. One thing that I challenge, because it's not like I don't take other dogs and bring them here and see them. I bring your dog here, your dog is going to kill. It's going to go crazy. It's going to kill itself, worst case and best case in the reality scenario. It's going to run after an animal it shouldn't, and the animal's going to kill it. My donkey's going to kill your dog. Let it think that you could just roam and everything is just safe and your dog will just learn and figure. No, the donkey's going to kill your dog. My bull, he's going to kill your dog. That street, that's 60 mile an hour up there that people drive 70, 75, that street's going to kill your dog. These even certain rodents out here that are not great for a dog to be chewing on, it's going to kill your dog. Your dog trying to chase something to the point that it's obsessive and it runs into a sticky situation. It gets stuck in a fence, cuts its skin all open. It's going to kill your dog. I live in the most dangerous, hostile situation for any, like, especially dog, but kids and adults at the same time. You just let your dog just go sniff whatever it wants at any time, anywhere, it's going to kill your dog because there's a rattlesnake right there. It's going to bite your dog in the face. There's a coral snake that's going to paralyze your dog that you might be able to get it back, but it's going to kill your dog more than likely. And it's not just a free-for-all. And the dogs don't like that. They don't enjoy that. They want to be close. I allow my dogs to stay in, what I would say is they always stay in my front yard. My front yard is much, much smaller than what the average house in the suburbs has. You know, it's a lot smaller than the houses that I go and help people out with their dogs with. You got huge yards, 2 acre lots, big, huge yards. Their dogs are just, my dogs don't do that. They want to stay close to me. They're always near me. There's always a moment that I can just simply say a name and they'll be right here. They don't just take off and go far and be gone and walking around all day long. I'd be a dead dog. A dead dog. If they just were able to just do what they want to do. And that's the part where it's the over there, that's why theirs looks good, because of that, as opposed to just taking accountability. Taking account, this is the part where I just constantly keep on wanting to say to folks, let's grow up and be men and women. I thought you were a man. I thought you were a woman. Let's grow up and be that. Take accountability. Take responsibility. Understand that what you have is what you have, and you need to make the best with what you have. You're not going to come here and think that, oh, this person is not valid because of what they have and where they're at. Like, I'm one of, in reality, looking at statistics numbers wise, I'm one of the poorest persons that live in the United States of America right now. I make less than people that work at fast food restaurants. But yet I'm still living and I still can put a smile on my face and I can still do things that people are just like incredible. I go for walks like crazy all day. People, oh, I wish I could do that. I'm broke. And I do all this stuff because that's what's enjoying to me. That's what's fun to me. Me being able to hatch my own eggs and do this stuff and live out here, that's what's fun to me. But can I actually afford to live here? Oh, I mean, I'm still somehow doing it, but I'm able to eat only because I eat my own food, because that's how broke I am. I'm not just like, everything is great, everything is good. No, I'm living the struggle the same way, if not even worse, than what a lot of other people are living. I'm living the struggle, the real struggle that you're watching every little thing, and the real struggle. I'm never anymore looking out there, oh, if I had this, I could. No, because that's not true. That's not true. I have to take accountability and realize I have what I have. And I got to do what I got to do to be able to have what I have. And to be able to keep what I have, I need to make sure that I'm doing what I need to be able to keep what I have. And that's things that we just don't do anymore. We don't worry about anymore. And it's something that is just, it's fascinating, especially, this is just there's always going to be that one person that comes in that doesn't really know much about me and what I do and anything that's going on with me. Because there's one dog that I got back here where she's sunbathing right now. She's so comfortable. Just leave her alone. That's Dalmatian. The reason that, not the main reason, but half the reason that she had to be said rehomed is because she would just run off and kill stuff. She would run off and kill chickens. She would run off and just kill it. You don't just let the dogs be free, because that's what they're going to keep doing. They're going to run and go kill, run and go kill, run and go do it until you have nothing left. And it's such a lie that gets in people's minds that the dogs being able to have more space to run around, they're better dogs, because in my professional opinion, from doing this for many times and many years, the houses that I go to that the dogs are roaming all day, those are the worst dogs that I've ever seen. The worst dogs. They're roaming because they want nothing to do with the human being that's taking care of them. They have to get out what they need on their own. They have to walk around, run around. They have to do all that because they're not getting it from the human. But since my dogs get what they need from me, they want to stay close to me at all times. Why you had this gate shut? Y'all can come. They want to stay close to me at all times. At all times, they want to figure out where's this guy at? Where he at? Because the dogs that roam all day, those are not human excited dogs. Those are the dogs that are just, I can't use that word. Those are the dogs that are just mean, man. They're mean. They don't care to listen to a single thing that a single human being has to say. And that's something that I think that more people should really, really get to know. Because everyone's always got this one person over here, and they had that, and you assume that that's everybody. You assume wrong every time that you start assuming some things, especially assuming things about somebody that you don't know nothing about. You don't know nothing about what they do. You don't know nothing about what they got going on. You should pay more attention to what it is that you got going on to figure out how to be able to get your own self in a better place. That's something that is just, it's fascinating to me to hear and see, because it's especially like I already know what people are going to say. There's like 12 it's wild because we talk about the whole 12 different personalities of human beings, but there's like 12 different ways things that people can say to me. And I'm trying to make videos on all 12 of these things, such as a video about a leash, such as a video about the dogs living on property, such as all these videos, because it's the same thing everyone says. And when everyone says those same things, I categorize that in the jealous, envious sections. And I just put it in there and I leave it there. And I readdress it because I made this video, the same video I'm making right now, months ago, like probably 4 or 5 times. I made the same videos over and over and over again to keep amplifying on seeing the same thing that I keep on seeing. It's not taking accountability and just brushing it off and saying it's because of this on why that person's stuff looks good. That is like the most childish, the most immature, the most silliest thing for an adult man or woman to be thinking right now inside of your brain. Straight up. That's exactly what that is. That is not anything of value that you should be worrying about. That is all the little fairy dust and fairy tales in your brain that are trying to make you seeing that if only that, then I'd be good. That is a lie. That is 100% lies. That you cannot get a better collar system for your dog and your dog's gonna finally be good. No. You can't get even more time and think that my dog's gonna be good. No. I can't get more space. My dog's gonna be good. I need a bigger house. I need a better HVAC system in the house. I mean, unfortunately this summer went 3 weeks in the dead of the heat. I'm talking 100 and something degrees out, and I had no AC, it just went out. And I'm like, man, the dogs are stressing more than I'm stressing. They slept outside because it's actually pretty decent outside. I'm just sitting in this house sucking hot. And we're just dealing this and just sitting through it. We're just sitting in it. We're just having to make it happen. And because of that, did that make it because my dogs are worse now? No, we're just living together. I don't have more time, more better this, more better that. It's just doing and wanting to do and putting the effort in and making yourself accountable to what it is that you're doing and being responsible and standing up and actually getting stuff done instead of just pushing it off over there. That's why for me, it's hard for me to like, let me work your dog because it's yours. It's yours. It's yours to have to work with and work on. I work on mine. I work with mine. And because I realize it's short-lived when I can make a dog look away really quick. And it's only going to look away really quick because I've got mine that are going to show it and teach it and guide it what to do, what I'm looking for. And that's the part where someone says, oh, the dog doesn't need the dog to learn. Like, that's silly to me, straight up. But it's always comes down to the same thing. It's something over there. They have the way their stuff looks because of they this, they that. And it always comes down to what people perceive to be as a monetary thing as well. That's something that I always pay very close attention to. People always assume that more land is more money, when in reality, the land that I live on and where I am is the equal prices to the apartments that they just built down the street. It's a matter of I have work that I have to do here that I can't slack up on. I have to. I have to have the animals. I have to have cows. I have to have goats. I have to have something. There's requirements for me to have to do to be able to be here. But people assume that they can't have this because of the money. It's more. So then that's where you're instantly like, well, my dog will never look like that because I'll never have money like that to be able to live like that. Do you instantly just, what's a good word to use there? I don't even know what to use. But you instantly destroy yourself on thinking that you could have something based on because you've seen it over there and you're like, oh, my money doesn't equate to that. So I guess I'm just going to deal with my dog. You know, that guy's got the Martin systems on his dog, the e-collar systems. Anybody don't know what that is, just Google that. Look it up. This is a pricey piece of equipment. US dollars, I think it's like $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 of an e-collar system. That you see these trainers using it, and the dogs look real good. They look real nice. Their obedience is so perfect. And you instantly look up that collar. Oh, I can't afford that. So my dog's never going to look like that because I can't get that. The same way with a lot of this stuff or a lot of these places on banning equipment and banning tools. Oh, you use prong collars. It's illegal here in our country. My dog will never be able to look like that because I can't be able to use that. I can't be able to get my hands on that. That's what is like destroying, I'm going to say, is 95% of people. Not 95% of people not being able to do what I can do, but 95% of people not doing what you're supposed to do. Not getting done what you need to get done. Blaming everybody else except for blaming your own self. Shoving all your problems everywhere else instead of shoving it on your own self. And looking at yourself in the mirror saying, I'm messing up today. I'm messing up. I'm being a sorry person today. I'm lazy. I'm behind because I just am lazy as all heck can be. I'm discouraged. I don't feel like I have any support. You don't need no support. You got yourself. You got you. You don't need anything from anyone else to be able to get up and be able to do. You got you. If you do not take action on your own self, for a fact, no one is going to take action on you. No one's going to want to do anything for you if you don't want to get up and do it yourself. That's it. That's me. That's my life lesson that I give to every single person that calls me and says, Mark, dog trainer, I need some help with my dog. Can you come by? I said, I'll come by. Let me give you that free consultation. I now put all the work on the owner. I put all of it on there. I want to know if you're willing to want to even work on this, or are you thinking that something out there is going to be able to do it for you? That's why I don't charge a dang thing, because I want to know that you're going to do it. And once the person realizes, oh, it is me. Oh, I can do it. Oh, I can make it happen. You don't need me no more. You know what to work on from now on. And you're going to start to see things just keep getting better and better and better and better and better, because you are the problem. It's not over there. You are the issue. It's not your dog. You are what's wrong with going on in the world. It's not the world. It's you inside of it and how you're viewing it and how you're looking at it and what you're doing about it. You're doing absolutely nothing, Oreo. You're doing absolutely nothing about anything. And then you just complain, oh, no, that's why I can't get ahead. I can't, oh, look at that. I can't get ahead. I didn't grow up in a rich family. I didn't grow up with this, with that. You know, I'm never going to be able to make it because of that. My parents didn't leave me a lot of money and didn't pay for this and pay for that. Oh, congratulations. Majority of people that are doing very, very well on this planet come from nothing, nothingness. Aren't even from this country, didn't even grow up on wooden or concrete floors, lived on dirt floors, and now they have the mansions that you're jealous and envious over. Now they have all the things that you wish that you could have, and you're jealous and envious over. Because the main thing is, you're thinking it's over there, and it's not you. It's you, straight up. That's the one thing that is missing hardcore in the middle of dog training right now. You the problem. Your dog is fine. Your dog is fine. You are the problem. And that to me, you know, years and years ago, me hearing that I'd want to slap a person in the face for trying to say that to me in my face. I get a little like, no, shut up. But in reality, that's the main part that I'm going to say is of growing up. That's the main thing of getting into a place that we're finally going to be able to get somewhere, because it's you. It's you. You the issue. You the problem. You the one that can fix it. You the one that's creating it. You're the one that's making everything happen. You're the one that's not doing. You're the one that's neglecting. You're the one that's not getting things done. You're the one that's getting things done. You're the one that's delaying. You're the one that's ignoring. You're the one that's running away. You're the one doing it all. You. No one else. No one else is doing a single thing for you except for you. You're the one that's doing everything to you. You. You're the reason everything in your life is what you want to say is a mess. You. That's why for me, I have to change my priorities. I'm not the wealthiest, the richest, the doing well. No, I don't like saying it aloud. I try to limit my words sometimes, but I'm the brokest dude that you're ever probably gonna meet. and it doesn't slow me down anymore, because I realize that I'm the problem with that. Someone else didn't put that on me. I put that on myself. I'm living how I'm living because of what I'm willing to do and willing to put up with. I'm not willing to sacrifice my time of just working in, it's the animals that changed my life. That I'm not gonna work myself away from that. I'm working myself to it. So if that means that I have $8 every month to deal with, but I can go for a 3-hour walk with my dogs, I can get them running, I can get them playing with animals, I can get them doing stuff and building fences and building chicken coops, and I can keep doing that more of all the day, I'm happy with that trade-off. I don't want the money. I don't want it. There's a very interesting system that I've seen on the Instagram of $10,000 a month doing nothing at all, you just get it, or $100,000 a month and you have to work, 12 to 14 hours a day. I'm taking that 10,000. I don't want to get away from doing what I enjoy doing, what I really appreciate being able to do. So for me, when I'm just looking at my account, kind of getting down upon myself sometimes, saying, I did that to myself. I'm doing that. I'm doing that because of this right here and because of that. Not because of what anything or anyone or any situations going on, who the president is. No, I'm doing what I'm doing because of me. I'm doing it. I'm making it happen to my own self. No one else, no one's doing nothing to me. No one, I'm not going to be better because if I had this, I'm not going to be better because of that. No, I'm going to be better when I decide that I want to be better. And it's something that is just slowing mass majority, 95% of people down right now because you're always looking at something else. That if this, then I'd be good. If I had this dress, then the guy would call me. If I had this car, then the girl would talk to me. If I had this house, then my kids will love me more. If I was able to put them in this school, they'll appreciate me more. If that out there, if everywhere else, all that is what's going to be able to make you better, you're not going to get anywhere. You're destroying your life and you're wasting your life right now. Straight up. That's the best way I can say that. You're wasting your life thinking that shopping for any item that you think is going to be able to make things better in your life. You're wasting time. I would look around the house right now and see what I have and start working with that. Start maximizing all of that. Start utilizing everything that's around you. Most people, man, I mean, y'all in y'all neighborhoods, you can't even park your cars in the garage because you've got so much trash in there. So much just extra mess. Go in there and use it. And watch how your life is going to change. Your house is cluttered with a whole bunch of mess because you just buying the next. And you're not happy, right? So let's actually use what we have. That's what's going to make you happy. That's what's going to satisfy you. You're like, oh, my pants don't fit. I'm gaining weight. For one, learn how to sew. Stretch that band out a little bit. Two, let's get to running. Let's get to walking. Let's get on a machine so that we can start doing something. Let's get outside, do something that's free, that pretty much everyone can do, and start walking. Start walking. Open your front door and get out and put your shoes on and you can need those shoes. Get out and start walking. Do something about it. My car is dirty. Get up and go and clean it. It's not running the best. Get up and go and fix it. Get on this YouTube, watch videos to figure out what to do and how to be able to get stuff done. That's what most people are not doing anymore. That's why most people today are struggling. You're worrying about that thing over there. That's going to make me happy. Ooh, it's so shiny. It's going to satisfy me. Ooh, if I had that, then my stuff will look the same way as that. No. Your stuff's going to look like trash until you do something about it. I don't care. We could do what was that show? Wife swap. We could do house swap. That you could come here. You could live here for a month. Well, a lot of people think in 2 days, 2 days, if you lived where I lived, I would challenge this to anybody. I'll pitch a tent in the back and let you have a house for a week. And you just live here. Bring your dog here. I'm going to charge you for the chickens. If you start, the dog's going to kill them. I'm going to charge you for that. Unless it's ones that, I didn't say this aloud, but I said this loud. Ones that I don't really care about. Some got to go. And some got to go. But when I'm going to charge you for that. But you come here for a week. And you stay here and see that your dog looks like mine. And I just want to prove to you that that's a lie. You're not going to succeed. You are going to your dog is going to get worse. Your dog's going to get worse. Thinking you could just come out in this porch, open this door up, and just let your dog roam all day long. Your dog's going to get worse to the point that I'm almost going to guarantee that's going to be a dead dog. It's going to be a dead dog. Especially if your dog is reactive towards moving items like cars and stuff. It's going to be at that road. It's going to get hit in probably an hour. It's going to be a dead dog. Because these cars just come out of nowhere. I live on a curve. So you don't see the car, and then there it is. And it gets the dogs engaged. That's why I almost lost my border collie that way the first year. Because I don't know what was going on, but he was moving, he was doing what he was doing. And I caught him at the front road running cars. He's about to be a dead dog. I don't know how and why. I don't know what happened. But I got up there at just the right time. He was about to be a dead dog. My Pyrenees, dead dog. I lost a dog because of that road. That's what's going to happen. You just let your dog just go and be free. There's no such thing as that. And that's in reality, straight up. That's something that is as much as I like to bring people to just experience a different lifestyle for one. But if you really believe that you're on some, if you had what I had, that your dog would look like mine, I would challenge that to you. Come and let's see how your dog is going to transform in a week's time, that it's going to look like mine. I would just throw that challenge out to pretty much anybody. Now, I'm pretty well equipped to handle myself, that I seriously will get a tent and stay out in the back and just allow you, I want you to prove it to me that what I do is no work and I don't have to put anything into it. that it just showed up and it just came. like that's just how life works, you know. You just your life just it just showed up at the door. Someone knocked on the door and said, "Hey, sir, Mr. Smith, I'm gonna give you this job right here, and you don't have to do no work, and you're gonna be good to go. Oh, Mr. Smith, here's your spouse. You know, they're gonna be perfect for you. Not gonna have any issues. They're always gonna be great for you, and you're just gonna be good to go. Oh, hey, Mr. Smith, here's your retirement fund. I know you didn't put anything into it, but here, that's not how life works. You have to work. You have to do stuff. You have to get it done. You have to put the effort in. You have to take the accountability of realizing that your life sucks right now because of what you're doing. Unless you're a 13-year-old boy living in your mama's house, you got me. You can't really do too much. But if you're even a 16-year-old boy living in, even a 15 today, because the numbers is changing, you could do something because most places will hire you at the age of 15. At least around here, they're pretty cool about that. You could do something. It's not them. It's you. It's always been you. It's always been what you do. It's always been what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. It's always been what you're willing to sacrifice, what you're willing to do to be able to get what you want. It's always been you. And until you understand that, your dog's going to be trash. Your spouse is going to be trash. Your children are going to be, I can't use that word. Your children are going to be mean. The children are just going to always talking back to you. Your coworkers are always going to want to figure out the best way they can to abuse you. Everything around you is going to be the same as what it is until you realize that it's you. Thank you. Johnny. Offie. So I used to question if that dog can, Offie, can hear real good or not. I've been doing a lot of testing and man, she can hear perfectly fine. It's when she's chewing on bones before is how I realized that she just wasn't really, she's like, I'm about to chew this bone before I get back to you. Which I can understand that. I got my times, but she don't do it no more. She's real attentive, real quick. But I got space here. I'm almost a quarter mile to the road. You think that any time that I open the door up all the time. I just test and see and go in the house and leave a dog out here just see what they do. You know where they are? Like 99.9% of the time, right here on this porch, waiting, hanging out. Dogs don't just take off when you're giving the dog what the dog needs. The dog wants to do everything in its power to stay close to you because you're that sense of the greatness to that dog. You're that thing that brings the dog, that keeps it alive. Literally, you keep it alive, but it's the thing that just drives the passion out of the dog is me. That's why mine want to hang around where I am and want to figure out what it is that I'm doing. They want to get into the middle of what I got going on. They don't want to go do even what they want to do when they do it. They want to do it when I want to do it. When I'm out here and I walk down there, they'll move chickens around a little bit, but I can stand here, door open, they're all moving around, go in the house, and they don't touch a single one because they want to do it with me. They want to do everything in this world with me. They always, because even now, she's over here going to, she's looking for some food, and she always looks back, like, you gonna come with? You gonna come with? And then the second that I go in that door, she sprints right back to get back on this patio, like, oh, okay, we're not doing it together, so we must not be doing that. And that comes down to doing stuff with the dogs, getting up and making it happen. There's one thing that I will say that I do that majority of people don't do, is getting up and doing stuff. As boring as it is sometimes, you do it. As much as you just don't feel it sometimes, you do it. As much as you're irritated sometimes, you do it even more. And that's one thing that I'll say has been able to really help me in my life, is being irritated, grabbing me a dog or two or three, and let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk. Let's go until my feet are hurting. And then when my feet hurt, I go a little bit more. And then the next day, my feet are hurt, my arms are hurt, my legs are hurt, my hips are hurt, my butt is hurt, everything hurt. Let's go walk again. Let's do it again. You know, I started doing that, and I started seeing better dogs. I started seeing much, much, much better dogs. When I would get up and have to go, because this is the part that I'm going to say. When I first got here, I was not in a great place. And this is the part that the story I was just telling about the border collie being at the road. Because I would just be sitting in this house, either drunk, passed out, high, passed out, and just asleep. And he had to figure out how to be able to do what he needed to do. So that's why he would be at the street chasing him some cars. And then one day I got out of that because I had to do something. So that's when I started building fences. Then I had to start building stuff. And then I started just building random items. And then I started cleaning stuff. Then I started just brush cleaning up, trees cleaning up just trash out here. I mean, I went on a rampage of just picking up rocks. My big main field in the back, there was rocks everywhere. It was so hard to even walk. I went out there with my shovel and my wheelbarrow and picked up rocks and moved wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow, day after day after day of rocks. I dug trenches so that I could put electricity in different places. Going out day after day after day. Every morning, that was my workout. For 3 to 4 hours every morning was taking my pickaxe and digging a trench. Over and over and over and over again. And you know what? That got me into getting a better place. You know what? They got my dogs to a better place. Because what do you think my dogs do when I go out and do stuff now? They help me. I'm like, hey, carry this piece of wood for me. Get the stick out of here for me. Get that animal out of here for me. Help me with this. Move this. Pick this up. Get this over there. Get this out of here. And we're just doing stuff. That's what gets the dogs to get into a better place. You're just sitting drunk, passed out on the couch right now, and don't do nothing with them. That's why your dog sucks. Because you're not doing anything. And even when I lived in my neighborhood before, even when I lived in my old neighborhood, what did I do? I would get up and go walk to the lake and take a lap around the lake. It was a 3-mile loop. And some days I needed to do that 3-mile loop 3 times. My little Staffordshire Terrier, she was pretty beast mode. I built her up to be able to walk like that. She was a really nice dog. But I would get up, and that's what I would have to do. Get up and do something. Get up and make something happen. When I was in the backyard cutting the grass, where do you think she was? Walking with me, cutting the grass. When I was building a fence in the back of that house, where do you think she was? When I was painting that house, where do you think she was? When I was eating, when I was grilling, when I'm in the backyard cooking my food, where do you think she was? She was with me doing stuff. When I wanted to go to the park, where do you think she was? She was with me doing stuff. She was always there with me doing stuff. That's the key component to getting a nice dog, is to actually do stuff and stop thinking it's over there, it's out there, it's somewhere else. It's you. You are the problem with why your stuff is a mess. That's the number one thing that everyone needs to understand. Before you worry about what kind of training I need to put on my dog, what kind of training do you need? You need the training. And that's why that's what I want my further progression of what my YouTube stuff is all about. It's about training us to get in a better place. Some of us have never had someone tell us that you suck. You're not getting it done right. Not in a way that I'm saying it in you're worthless and I'm better, I'm superior than you. No, I suck. I don't get a lot of stuff done. I can show you a list of things that I don't get done on a day-to-day basis that I wish that I can get done. But we need to be accountable and being accountable towards each other to say it's not good because we're not doing anything. We're just not simply doing the bare minimums that we need to do. That's why you're not getting what you need. A lot of people we like to sugar sweet everything, make it sound so cute. And then at the same time, make it seem like someone else is better than somebody. I ain't no better. I'm no different. I'm nothing compared to what anyone else is. Nothingness. I don't look at money on people and think if that person is a better or greater person than me because they know how to accumulate more of it. I don't look at someone because they know how to work with animals better than me. That they're so much more superior than me. I don't look at the world that way. I used to, for sure. Heck yeah, I did. I sure did. I used to, for sure, look at the world that way. But I no longer look at the world that way because I realize that I am no better and you are no better. I am no worse and you are no worse than me. If you want to do what I do, do it. Do it. You need help to do it? I'm here to help you to do that. I can show you the YouTube channels and the shows and the people that I learned and watched from to figure out how to do some stuff. When I had my first baby goat, you think I knew what I was doing? No, I'm on a YouTube watching this goat push out a baby like, is that supposed to look like that? Is that supposed to go? I can show you that. You do it. I want you to do it. I want you to get up and do it. I want you to get up and every single time. This is the biggest thing that I used to challenge myself with. I still challenge, not used to, but used to from what I used to do, is when someone is saying something, such as this person here on the reason mine looks like it looks because of the land I live and all that. Challenge yourself to do that to see if it actually gets you what it is that you're looking for. Because that's what changed me with working with these dogs. I'm getting away from heavily correcting and heavily rewarding these dogs. Because I said, if that worked, because I removed myself from doing, to put myself in that to see if this actually, if that's true or not. That's the only way you're going to know. That's the only way you're going to be able to figure out things. Because I've lived here ever since I've had all the dogs that are out here with me now. And they did not look the way they look today years ago. They were a hot mess. The day I brought my Johnny here, no. That dog, because he did actually run to the street like the third day. It was the second day I brought this dude here because he was chasing a deer. He would have chased a deer across the street, dead dog. He thankfully stopped at that road, but he wasn't done. He still wanted to. He still got a little bit in him today, unfortunately. That he's just like he wants to chase the cows. But if I'm not with him, he won't do it. But if I'm with him, he'll do it. But before, it didn't matter if I was with him or not. He would just do whatever the heck he wanted to do when he wanted to do it. That was in his mindset. And that's why I know for a fact, because that's why people just don't understand and know, especially just seeing simple videos of progression of things that I've been doing out here. That's why I know for a fact that because of where you live doesn't make the dog. It's what you do with the dog that makes the dog. Because of where you live doesn't make you a better or a worse person. It's what you do with where you live that makes you a better or worse person. That's the main thing that once I really understood that, I really started to see my life get into a much, much better place.